I'll be in
Just go with the team when you guys come out, right?
Okay. everybody for coming out and playing. It's been great, and I appreciate you guys making a hard effort to even play today. I know there's some people that might have been a challenge, so I appreciate that. I'm really expecting good curling to continue this next game, and good luck to all. And let's drink to the Piper.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Charlotte Curling Club. We are bringing you live coverage of the final draw of the All-American Bonspiel. Thank you for joining us. My name's Adam Pelletier. We are excited to be bringing you the best curling coverage on television today, or your phone, or your laptop, or what other streaming device you are using. This event is the United States Women's Curling Association All-American Bonspiel. This is an amazing event that is sponsored by the USWCA and provides an opportunity for women at all levels, of all ages, and all skill abilities to get together and participate in a Bonspiel all together. We got an exciting slate of final action here today. We're going to be keying in on our first place game on Sheet C between the white team, skipped by Ann Pifer, second vice Julie Delabovi, Stephanie Mays and Carly Lawson rounding out that team, taking on the purple team with skip Sylvia Jennings, Dana Derelak, Brittany Alden Winsand, and Marissa Carasetti also rounding out the purple squad. And some other exciting matchups as we work our way around. On Sheet B, we have the blue team, Laura Fisher, Misty Morris, Katrina Feldman, and Jennifer Layton, taking on the tan team, skipped by Sarah Calcutt. Joining her is Megan Wright, Steph Murphy, and Heidi Gollinger. On Sheet D, in the third place matchup, we have the green team, skipped by Kristen Conrad. Also joining her, Terry Meadows, Meg Lesage, Amy June. And on the yellow team, we have Carol Collins, Jessica Captain, and Ann Kraus taking them on. And on Sheet A, on the far left of your screen, we also have the brown team taking on the orange team. Brown team led by Kathy Carson. Also joining her, Chelsea Conley, Becky Curtis, and Erica Darnell. On the orange team, we have Casey Denhardig, Sarah Bush, Michelle Simmons, and Linda Crank all together. Oh, and I apologize, folks. I've got that flipped. We actually have brown and orange taking place on Sheet D. So the fourth place game on Sheet D and the third place game taking place on Sheet A. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some exciting action. First stones being delivered here. Thank you for joining us, and good curling. You saw the piping ceremony at the start of everything, getting the match started. Exciting times here as we've got first stones on the way. We are underway. Thank you for joining us today for some amazing curling action. We got a first stone heading down there on Sheet B. Good look. We're going to give you a look at all four sheets right now, far and near, as we get some stuff set up technologically. So, got some nice angles going on, some nice views of everything happening. We've got some guards in play on Sheet A. No other stones in play across the entire board, as purple sliding out to deliver here their first stone. Stone on the way. Good stone looking to work left to right. Set a guard there. Low and down towards the house, trying to cover things up and give them some cover to play behind here. This first place matchup here on Sheet C is going to be one to watch, as skip Sylvia Jennings and Ann Pifer are going to be going at it. Both skilled, experienced curlers. Both of them done a good job leading their teams to this point, as we have the white team getting ready to deliver their second stone coming down. In the hack, sliding out, good slide, good delivery, rock on the way, looking to work right to left, most likely trying to get behind that guard down there that's hugging the center line. Looks like that weight might be up a little bit, though. Ice not as slow as the teams thought it was going to be here early, as we've seen many stones go on their way through the house. As Sylvia Jennings going to sweep that out on Sheet C. On Sheet D, in the fourth place game, We have a good shot there down. 2 guards sitting at the top of the house on sheet D. As Kathy Carson looks like she wants to start knocking some stuff around here. Calling for, or no, not trying to knock. It looks like she wants to draw behind everything and get things set. Start scoring some points here early. Let's see what happens here on sheet D. Good delivery. Stone is on the way, working left to right on your dial today. Working across, good line. Weight looks nice. They're holding off. Kathy's holding them off, No sweep, no sweep. Needs to move a bit. Looks like it's going to be a little heavy, though, and just coast all the way through the house as Casey Denhardig on it to sweep it out and away from trouble. Back at our featured match sheet C, we have next stone coming up for the white team. Let's see what happens here. No yellow stones currently in the play. 2 red rocks at the top of the house. Let's see. Ann Pifer looking like she wants to work from right to left. Try to get behind and score on a draw here. Good shot. Rock is on the way. Tight line there. It's going to hug that. It's going to be on those center guards quick if they can't hold it. Good sweep, though. They're on it. They're sweeping hard. They're trying to hold the line. Can they get it around? It's going to be tight. Can they get it around? Does it have enough? And it doesn't look like it's going to have enough. It was a very nice line, very nice weight. Just a little too light, and it crashed the guard there late. So we're going to focus in on our main sheets, our first and second place game on sheet C and sheet B respectively. On sheet C, purple has Hammer currently working. They're sitting 2 guards at the top of the house, starting to work their way down, trying to work left to right. And on sheet B, we got a whole bunch of stones at the top of the house for both tan and blue. Tan currently sitting shot rock, though. Tan delivering their next rock, trying to come down and score some points here. Tan currently sitting 1, trying to tap that center rock back from the looks of things. The line looks nice. The weight needs to be perfect so they don't drive their own stone out of the house. Good shot by Tan there. Gonna tap it just behind their own guard. What a shot by Tan. Oh, might have gone just a little too far, actually. That's an uncovered shot stone now. And it looks like Skip Laura Fisher calling for a draw down, taking advantage of the guards she and her team have carefully laid. Let's see what they can do as we jump back to sheet C. Good shot on the way for the white team. Gonna get around the guard. Is it gonna catch it? It is. It's gonna tap it, and I don't know that it got enough. It did not get enough to drive that shot stone out of the purple team. Good shot there by the white team, but just not enough on it. That stone is open. It is visible from the hack. So let's see if they go down and try to get it. That looks like what the call is going to be. No, they're going to try to draw around here. Going to try to work left to right, get behind, start scoring some points. That is shot stone at the back of the house there on sheet C, but it's very easy to out count it. So they're not too worried about, Team Purple isn't too worried about that. Shot working left to right, double sweep on now, trying to bring it. Purple sweeping furiously, trying to get it to move. Can they bring it around? Sylvia Jennings joins in. Can they bring it? Not going to bring it far enough. As the tan team delivering their next stone on sheet B. We got a good game going on here on both sheet B and sheet C. As the tan team trying to come down and plant a guard there in the center of the rink. Good shot working down there on sheet C for the white team. Julie Delibovi, nice shot working down the left side. Looks like she's going to try to tap some stuff around, just move some stones out of the way and leave white with options coming back around. as we look on sheet B, as it looks like we have a shot stone, as it looks like blue stone is swept on out, as Tan's getting ready to deliver their next stone. Tan currently sitting 2 on sheet B. That could be a nice start to the game for Skip Sarah Calcutt, as she's trying to work right to left there. Looks like she's bringing a bit of weight, trying to get around the outside there and work her way down. Good line looks good. Weight is going to depend on what she was trying to do with that, as it looks like it's going to get around the guards, but is it going to be, yep, just a little too heavy? It's going to, oh, not too heavy. It's going to sit there. 3 stones currently on the board for Tan. Good shot there by Team Tan. Sarah Calcutt with a nice call there. Didn't move in as much as she was maybe hoping, as Misty Morris steps into the hack, ready to deliver her second stone for the blue team. Blue team currently conceding 3, but plenty of shots here to make for Misty as she slides out of the hack, coming with some weight, coming down that left-hand side. Good shot on the way by Morris. So it looks like she's going to try to split that gap, hit that rock that is currently shot stone, and probably try to roll over a little bit. Maybe she's going to try to draw down the middle there. Not sure if that was the plan, to leave it that high, but you know, no harm, no foul, as it just settles on top of their own guards. Lots of stones at the top of the house for Tan and Blue there. Tan throwing the red rocks, Blue throwing the yellow rocks. And on sheet C, Purple still currently sitting 1 as Sylvia Jennings steps into the hack to deliver her first stone. Sylvia slides and delivers on her first stone. Sylvia throwing Vice Rocks today, as the stone is on the way. Sylvia trying to work left to right to bring it in behind. Little heavy though, as it just sails through. Little heavier than she was maybe trying to bring it. And back on sheet B, we have 3. We're looking at 3 right now. On sheet B, we're looking at 3 for Tan, as the blue team's getting as Skip Laura Fisher's getting ready to deliver her first stone. First skip stone here by Laura Fisher, as it looks like she's going to try to come down fairly close to the middle there, maybe try to tap some things around, open some things up. We'll see. She has space there, lots of gaps to work with, lots of stones to hit and promote and put into better positions. We'll see. Stone is on the way for the yellow team. Julie Delibovi trying to tap her stone, trying to tap the yellow stone back for white into a scoring position. Great shot by Delibovi. Taps that yellow stone back just enough. It doesn't look like it's out counting that red at the back of the house though. On sheet C, let's see what happens on sheet B as Laura Fisher settles in, takes measure of everything, and that broom is right there in the middle of the house. Let's see what she does here. Looks like she's going to try to work left to right here, trying to hit and roll off that outside stone, trying to split that gap. You see that gap on the right side of your screen between those 2 yellow stones. She has a narrow window there to get it through, but if she hits this shot, that's going to leave that stone positioned perfectly. It moved a little bit more than she thought it was going to. Once you get on the outside of the sheet there, folks, the ice gets a little squirrely and stuff's going to move a little bit more towards the outside, as Laura Fisher couldn't quite convert the hit and roll. Great shot here by Sylvia Jennings on sheet C. She's trying to come down with that draw again, working left to right. Doesn't quite find the gap. Taps her stone and taps the white stone back into the house. And that leaves white currently sitting 1, as Ann Pifer and Julie Delibovi talking it over for the white team, thinking about what they're going to do. They need to try to get in there behind and add to their scoring, as Skip Sarah Calcutt steps into the hack, throwing her first red rock for the Tan team. Calcutt looking like she's trying to work left to right. We'll see if this looks like most likely trying to tap some stones back into a scoring position to improve where they're at, coming down the left-hand side there. Good stone, good line. Weight looks nice, but she can't hit it too hard or she's going to drive some stuff too far back. Looks like a good shot by Calcutt. Nice touch on the stone as she taps that top stone back behind guards. Good shot there. Calcutt and Team Tan currently sitting 4, as on sheet C, Ann Pifer steps in. She and Team White are currently sitting 1 against Sylvia Jennings and Team Purple. Pifer settling in, trying to work right to left, draw behind, and try to just add more points to their 1. Team White throwing the yellow rocks, currently sitting 1. Pifer slides out, good delivery, working right to left on your screen. Rock is on the way, the sweep is on. Sweep is now off, as it looks like the line is good, the weight looks nice. They're back on it again, trying to hold it, trying to make sure it doesn't take the late break that we've seen many stones take. Can they get it around the guard? It's around the guard. Can they bury it? Good sweep there by the white team, sweeping that yellow rock in furiously, as they're going to be close there on the right-hand side. But that rock, there's a bit of that rock that they can see, so we'll see what the purple team does here as they're talking it over, trying to assess which is closer. Dana Derelak and Sylvia Jennings talking it over for purple as they're looking at this and they're thinking, what do they want to do? They have some options to do. They could run some stuff in the middle of the sheet back, or they could try to hit, right, or they could try to drive some back. And we're going to jump over to sheet A as we have last rocks here. For the yellow team, confusingly enough, throwing the red rocks. Our apologies for that. This is just going to be confusing for everybody. As Carol Collins delivers her final stone there, working down the right side, trying to get through the middle, doesn't quite thread the needle, and that's going to be 2 for the green team, throwing the yellow rocks. 2 on sheet A for the green team, as yellow will maintain hammer going into the second end. As we're going to jump over to sheet D now and just take a look at what's going on here between the brown team and skip Kathy Carson and the orange team and skip Casey Denhardig. Brown is talking about it right now, discussing what they want to do, as we're actually going to go to sheet C and B now, get a double look, checking out both of our featured games right here. The first and second place game is Laura Fisher delivering her second, Skip's delivering her last rocks. We have last rocks on sheet for the skip on sheet B on the way. Don't worry about it. Good shot by Fisher, working down the right side as Dana Derelak working down the left side. No sweep for Fisher, as Fisher can't quite, oh, she did tuck it inside there. Good shot by Fisher. And on sheet C, Dana Derelak taps the yellow as that's going all the way back. Sylvia Jennings sweeping, gets it outside the 12-foot. So good shot there by Fisher. And we got a skip rock on D as we're jumping over to sheet D, where we currently have the yellow rocks orange team, that's the orange team, and skip Casey Denhardig sitting 3 as Kathy Carson slides out to try to deliver a stone here to cut them down. As we'll see what Kathy's going to do here, as it looks like she's trying to work left to right. Looks like they want to hit and drive that red stone on the left side of your screen up. The sweep is on. They're on it hard. They're going to catch it on the outside. Is the angle going to be good? They're just going to miss. Rock just curled a little too much, as that's going to be 3 for Casey Denhardig and the orange team on sheet D, as Sarah Calcutt on sheet B delivering her final stone, coming down the right side, working right to left. Tan and Sarah Calcutt. Calcutt taps the yellow stone. Is it going to go out? It is going to clear out, and the question is going to be, did the shooter stay inside of the yellow rocks there? That is the question here. That's at least 4, if not 5, for Calcutt and Team Tan, as we're going to jump back to that one later, but we're going to go to sheet C right now and check out Ann Pifer's final rock, and working down the right side there, looking like she wants to push some stones back into scoring position down the right side there. So Ann delivering a nice rock down the right side. No sweep on. That might be just a little, that might be right on that edge. Yep, that rock looks like it's sitting right on the ledge. Can they get some late curl to keep it in? It needs to stay inside of the red rock at the back of the house, and it does. That's going to be at least 2, if not 3, that Ann and the white team is sitting right now, as Dana Derlak and Sylvia Jennings talking it over what they want to do here with their final stone. As the conversation on sheet B has ended, we'll get a final count here on that score on sheet B for the tan team and Skip Sarah Calcutt. Great end there by the tan team in our second place game, as we're going to take you out to the Cinco Rectangle and check out all 5 games at once. We got good action going on across the board, as we don't have a final score yet there on sheet C from the first end, folks. We got a little bit of a typo there. We still have Dana Derelak to throw her final stone on sheet C. As we got Dana Derelak delivering her final stone on sheet C. This is our first place game featuring the purple team taking on the white team. Sylvia Jennings and Dana Derelak throwing the back end stones, as Dana Derelak working down the left side. Looks like she's going to try to tap that outside left stone into scoring position for 1. She's going to be a little narrow and not catch it where she needed to, and that's going to be at least 2, if not 3, for the white team. We'll see what they end up scoring it as, and that is a score on sheet B, 4 for Team Tan. Folks, now we're going to take you out to the patent pending Cinco Rectangle and enjoy this great view. Again, working left to right on your screen. On sheet A, we have the green team and Skip Kristen Conrad, Terry Meadows, Meg Lesage, and Amy June, taking on the yellow team, skipped by Carol Collins, with Jessica Captain and Ann Kraus. On sheet B, in our second place game, we have the blue team and the tan team going head to head. The blue team with Laura Fisher, Misty Morris, Katrina Friedman, and Jennifer Layton, taking on the tan team and Skip Sarah Calcutt, also Megan Wright, Steph Murphy, and Heidi Gollinger. Calcutt and Team Tan currently up 4-0 on Fisher and the blue team. And on sheet C, our first place game of this USWCA All-American Bonspiel, women's only. Great weekend. So we've got the white team up 2-0 on the purple team. The white team skipped by Ann Pifer with Julie Delibovi as vice, also Stephanie Mays and Carly Lawson. And the purple team skipped by Sylvia Jennings, vice Dana Derelak, but Dana actually throwing last rocks for the purple team. So a little bit, out of order, little bit of a different order there, but that's all right. Brittany Alden Winsand and Maria Carasetti also on the team for purple. And on sheet D, we have the brown team taking on the orange team. Kathy Carson and Chelsea Conley are throwing the back end rocks. Taken on Becky Curtis and Erica Darnell throwing the front end rocks. And on the orange team, we have back end Casey Den Hardig and Sarah Bush with Michelle Simmons and Linda Crank on the front end. Folks, we appreciate you being with us. There are a lot of ways you could spend your Sunday afternoon, and we're glad you're here with Charlotte Curling. We got an exciting slate of action going on here. Close scores across the board after the first end of play, and some more good ends shaping up here as we're moving into the second end across the board. We are looking at our Cinco Rectangle view. As you can see, all the sheets up and down right now. Just taking a look, we're waiting for some of the action to heat up a little bit. Lots of action, lots of exciting things happening, but nothing quite that we want to lock in on yet. But it's coming soon, folks. We had some good action there, some big ends early, highlighted by Team Tan and Sarah Calcutt's 4-spot. Calcutt just missed out on a 5-spot there. Folks, there is palpable energy in the warm room today. There is not an empty seat in the house in the warm room. The stadium seating is packed here at Charlotte Curling. Folks, it's a great sunny day here in the Queen City, so why would folks choose to come to a curling club? Because there's nothing better to do. As we're going to go sheet by sheet now and just check in and see what we got going on across the board. So looking at sheet A to start, we're going to start with the matchup between Team Green and Team Yellow as Terry Meadows settles in to throw some of her stones. Meadows getting ready or Meadows just threw her stone, sorry. And we're looking at yellow currently sitting 1 with 2 stones on the right-hand side. And confusingly enough, Team Yellow, the yellow team is throwing the red rocks. So our apologies for the folks at home. I'm going to mess that up a few times. The green team throwing the yellow rocks, currently sitting at least 1, maybe 2. But it looks like skip Carol Collins has a plan to try to clear some of those yellows out, as Jessica Captain delivers, working down that center line, trying to work left to right. Good delivery by Captain. Captain trying to bring the heat, trying to get at least one of those, if not both of those yellow stones. Gets the top one, gets the second one, but doesn't clear the first one out. Good shot, though, by Captain, as the shooter stuck around but isn't covering that back yellow. As Kristen Conrad now thinking it over, looks like she's going to try to come down and hit and roll off that stone on the left, that inside red stone on the left side. So this is going to do 2 things, folks. She could just draw down and try to sit. When we say a draw, that's a softer shot trying to land at a specific point. She could try to draw down and sit just on top of the house there, which is the target painted on the ice. She could try to sit up there and block up the line. But with the hit and roll, what it's going to allow her to do, she's going to clear that red rock on the left side out, while also giving her rock, Terry Meadows' rock here, a chance to roll underneath the guard, that red rock, towards the center of your screen. They're working right to left on your screen here, folks. Meadows settles in, delivers. Good shot by Meadows. The sweep is on. It's a hard sweep all the way. Sweep is off now. Need it to move a little bit. Let's see. It's moving. It's gonna. The question is it going to get over there? It's not going to move as much as they thought it was going to. As we're going to keep working around the horn here, as we're going to go to sheet D now. Check in with our 4th place game between the brown team and the orange team. Casey Den Harding and the orange team throwing yellow rocks. Took 3 in the first end, but currently the brown team sitting 1 here to start off the second end is Kathy Carson. Looks like she wants to try to set a guard there. As we talked about, a guard is a stone that wants to end up higher than that target that you see painted on the ice. That target you see painted on the ice is, of course, called the house. As the delivery is on the way, Stone working left to right, little heavy for a guard. She might be trying to come down and actually tap some things. Oh, yep. Looks like they're going to try to tap that high red into the yellow and drive some stuff, move some stuff around. I don't know that that's going to be enough to hit with as much force as she wanted. It was a good throw there by Brown, but just didn't come down with enough. As Casey Den Harding wastes no time calling the heavy draw down to her skip, Sarah Bush. As Sarah Bush settles in here, getting ready to deliver, she's going to try to work left to right. She doesn't want to come down and blow this red rock up. Now, not instead of coming with a lot of weight trying to hit this super hard, she just wants to bring enough weight to just push that red rock back and keep her yellow rock around. And if anything, she wants to try to get to the inside of that red rock, so all the way to the right side, which is going to be challenging. That's a long way for that stone to go as it's starting to move here. Good movement by the Yellowstone, but I don't think it's going to get far enough, but it is going to become shot rock. Good shot by Sarah Bush as she froze. That actually might have been the call. Nice freeze there by Sarah Bush. Sits right on top of the button. That is now shot for the orange team as we're going to go to sheet B now. And our second place game between tan and blue. The tan team and skip Sarah Calcutt hung a 4 spot in the first end. Calcutt with some great shot making there late as Laura Fisher and the blue team currently battling. They're currently conceding 3, it looks like, but lots of options for Fisher as nothing on the blue team. None of the tan team's red rocks are covered, so she has lots of options. She could also come down with a nice draw here to sit and score in the house, and her stone is probably going to stick around. There's not really a good way to drive that stone out of there with so many rocks at the back of the house, as Misty Morris delivering here, working right to left. Good shot by Morris coming down. Looks like she's going to try to get across there and sit on the button. The sweep is on. Both front end team members for Team Blue sweeping. Good sweep. Gonna tick though and not quite make it in far enough. It did catch a stone there, and I don't think that's what she was looking to have happen. As we're going to continue around, we're on sheet C now in our first place game between the white team and the purple team. Sylvia Jennings has been holding the broom for most of the game, but she is throwing third rocks. Dana Derelak has been on a hot streak this weekend, so she is throwing the last rocks for the purple team. As Jennings settles in, takes her line, looks like she's going to try to come down there and just hit these yellow stones that are sitting at the top of the house. You can see them sitting there, 1 and 2. They might be shot. They have shot rock and they might have second rock, which would be the next closest rock. It's difficult to tell, though, from this angle what they have, but it looks like that dove a little bit more maybe than they were hoping it was going to, as that is not what the purple team wanted to happen, as that drove that shot rock even more to shot rock and makes it less accessible. As we're going to jump over to sheet A, as we are deep into skip rocks between the green team and the yellow team, as Kristen Conrad is skating back down the ice to deliver what appears to be her final skip rock. So we're going to stay here on sheet A for a minute, as Kristen Conrad and the green team are currently conceding 1 to the yellow team, which is throwing the red rocks. We're just trying to keep you all kinds of confused here at the Charlotte Curling Club. Folks, it's a great day, sunny, 85-degree day, but you wouldn't know it in here. We had a beautiful piping ceremony indoors, great in the great Scottish tradition, as Conrad slides out of the hack delivering. Looks like she wants to work left to right here. Probably just going to try to come down and sit as shot rock there, just trying to pile on the points with this final rock, as she does not have hammer. Hammer currently resides with Carol Collins and the yellow team, who are throwing the red rocks. It's Conrad coming down the middle there. Can't get it around the guard, as that's not exactly what she was trying to do. It moved a little bit more than I think she thought it was going to, as now Carol Collins and Jessica Captain are talking about their options. Ideally, they want to try to come down. They have a shot. They might have a window there where they can get down to that yellow rock that's currently sitting second at the back of the house. We'll see if they want to try to come down and do that, or if they just want to draw for 2 and tie it up. I say just, but both are valid options. One puts them in line for a bigger potential 3-point end, but there's a lot that could go wrong with that. They might also try to come down the right side there and drive some stones back, as Captain and Collins are having a good discussion there about the strategy, and it looks like they're just going to try to come down and push some stones around there, as the final stone is Carol Collins heading back down the ice for the yellow team. Collins discussing the strategy with her sweepers, making sure that everybody's on the same page and ready to go, so that way the sweepers know what she's looking to do with this shot. Collins taking stock of the ice, Captain checking her stopwatch, getting ready to roll. So let's see, Collins delivering the stone, working right to left here. Let's see what she was aiming at and if she hits it or not. Good throw by Collins. This is the final stone of the second end here in our third place game between the green team and the yellow team. Drives it. Oh, opens things up. I don't know that that's exactly what they were aiming for, as that's going to be 1 for the red team, or 1 for the yellow team throwing the red rocks. So that's heading into the second end there, as we're going to jump over to sheet B with the tan team. Sarah Calcutt delivering her final skip stone here. Currently sitting 3, maybe 4, as she's just trying to settle another one in there, and that's going to settle in. That's 4, maybe 5 now for Calcutt, as Laura Fisher is staring at a whole mess of points for the tan team's red rocks, as she's got to try to find a way to come down and hit some things. She has some gaps there that she could work and drive some things around. So let's see. That's not a final there. That's an anticipated in the second end on sheet B in our fourth place game, as Laura Fisher's preparing to deliver her final stone here. We will see what she does here. It looks like she's going to try to work left to right and just draw around and take a point here. She has plenty of space to work with. on that left side. There's a lot of guards up high, but there's a lot of ice out there on the left-hand side. And let's see if she can get down and around there as Fisher slides out, delivers. Good rock on the way, working down the left-hand side there. Good throw by Fisher. The sweepers are with it. They're prepared. They might need to get on it to get it around that guard, but it looks like she's got plenty of space. Yep, that's going to be around the guard with space, and now it needs to start to move. She needs it to start crashing. As there we go, as they're trying to sweep it to coax it over a little bit, get to the inside there. It's going to get to the inside. It is not going to get far enough to the inside, though, as that looks like it's going to be 2 for red, but we'll wait for an official confirmation before we put the score on as we move to the third end there on sheet B. And we're going to jump over to sheet C and our first place game, as Dana Derelak settles in, preparing to deliver the first of her 2 skip stones, as she and the purple team throwing the red rocks are staring at a whole bucket of points against them right now. Or not a bucket of points, just one. That mess of yellow rocks at the top of the house looks like it should be more, but it is just 1 point right now, as there's a red rock in the back of the house sitting between the 12 and the 8 foot. Derelak trying to work left to right, trying to draw down, trying to cut them down. Didn't quite get the movement that she thought she was going to get, as she sits there, as that's looking at 1 right now, as Ann Pifer talking it over with Julie Delibovi about what they want to do with her second shot. As on sheet D, we have the final stone delivered, as they are measuring on sheet D. It looks like we're going to stick with sheet C, though. It looks like they've got a final decision there on sheet D, and we'll get you updated scores once we have a resolution here on sheet C in the second end. Sheet C, our first place game, our featured match. The white team, skipped by Ann Pifer with Julie Delibovi as her vice, Stephanie Mays and Carly Lawson working on the front end, and the purple team with Sylvia Jennings and Dana Derelak throwing the back end rocks, with Brittany Alden-Winsand and Maria Carasetti throwing the front end rocks. As Ann Pifer settling in here, looks like she wants to work left to right. We'll see. Looks like she's going to try to draw down at least. Maybe come with a little bit heavier draw, because if she comes with a heavy draw, that you see that red rock sitting in the white circle, which we'd call the 8-foot circle there. She's going to try to come down a little heavier. She wants to push that red rock outside, so that way that blue rock at the top of the house that you can see that's just touching the white up there will then be third rock. So if she plays this right, Ann could score 3 here with hammer. Good line. The sweepers are with it. Delibovi analyzing it critically here, trying to make sure that it's going to get around, and it's going to be on that stone, as it looks like it's around the guard, but it needs to move. It misses the stone on the left. It's not going to curl enough. The sheet here a little straighter than people were expecting. There was a little bit more curve the previous few days, as Dana Derelak now has a chance to come down and draw for 1 and cut this to a 2-1 lead for white, where she's currently staring at conceding a steal to Ann Pifer. So this is a critical shot here for Derelak, as she has an opportunity to come down, score a point here, and take some momentum away from Ann Pifer and the white team. Folks, all these teams were created at random by the Bonspiel master, Brady Gould. All these teams randomly put together, women of different skill abilities, different experiences. Some have been curling for decades, some have been curling for 10 days. And it's exciting to see them all come together in an event like this, have an opportunity to play, compete, and enjoy the great curling community and the great sport of curling. Is Derelak working left to right. Gonna need it to stop, needs it to slow down. Doesn't look like it's gonna slow down at all, as that line is sped up a good deal, and that looks like it's gonna be 1 for Ann Pifer and the white team, throwing the yellow rocks as they stretch their lead to 3. Good line by Derelak. Just there's been a bunch of rocks that have come down that line, and it didn't seem like it wanted to come down. So we're gonna bounce out here to the Cinco rectangle, and we're gonna take you around the horn here, talk about all the scores and action that we have as we're heading back the other way in the third end. In our third place game between the green team and the yellow team, skip Kristen Conrad has a 2-1 lead right now over the yellow team and skip Carol Collins. Good action going on there. You can see some stones in play for the green team throwing the yellow rocks against the yellow team throwing the red rocks. On sheet D in our fourth place game between the brown team and Skip Kathy Carson taking on the orange team and Skip Casey Den Hardig, we currently have 4 on the board for the orange team after a 3-point first end and a 1-point second end. Just some guards sitting out there as we got a shot going down the left-hand side that we'll come back to and check in with some of these games. In our second place game on sheet B between the blue team and Skip Laura Fisher taking on the tan team and Skip Sarah Calcutt. Sarah Calcutt appears to have at least a 4-point lead. We haven't seen a number get hung for the second end yet. We're speculating, trying to figure if it was 4 or 5 there in the second end for Calcutt as they put up some big ends early. But Fisher and the blue team have been in it across the board, so we'll see what happens there. And as we just left our featured game on sheet C between the white team and Skip and Pifer taking on the purple team and of Sylvia Jennings and Dana Derelak as their leaders. Currently a 3-0 lead for the white team on sheet C, but purple right there with them as purple drops a beautiful shot behind the guard there, as that's going to put purple in a scoring position here and get them off to the races here in the third end. As we're going to hop over to sheet A as the match between the green team and the yellow team is hauling, folks. They are already on device stones as Jessica Captain delivering her stone, working down the left side there. Let's see. Looks like she wants to try to catch that yellow rock at the top. Does catch it and rolls a little bit. Drives that yellow rock out. I think she wanted to roll a little bit more than she ended up getting, but that's okay. Good shot there. The green team throwing the yellow rocks, currently sitting 1 as Terry Meadows settles in to deliver her stone. Kristen Conrad talking it over, wants her to sit a guard up there at the top of the house. Going to be a good opportunity here. Yellow currently up 2-1, but points are coming at a premium here as both teams hitting good shots, good competitive curling here on sheet A in our third place game. Meadows settling in, getting ready to deliver. Takes her line, takes her call, and she's going to work left to right here. Trying to just sit right on that center line, provide some guard, provide some cover for that Yellowstone that you see sitting in the red circle. Okay. Good shot there by Meadows, working left to right as she puts it right in that hole. Folks, this is a great time to talk to you about our good friends at ServiceMaster. Clean and sanitized surfaces and spaces are more important than ever. ServiceMaster Cleaning Excellence has the skills and equipment to keep your surfaces spotless, no matter what they encounter. For more than 65 years, ServiceMaster Clean has consistently gone above and beyond the cleaning expectations of their customers to deliver high-quality services they can rely on. ServiceMaster Clean offers a variety of plans from commercial and janitorial cleaning to specialty cleaning services. ServiceMaster Clean believes in going beyond basic cleaning to make sure your environment is completely safe and comfortable. Save time and money and let the experts in advanced technology at Surface Master Clean maintain your healthy, worry-free space. Contact your local Charlotte Service Master Clean and create a custom cleaning plan for a safe and healthy environment today at 704-709-0224. Again, that's 704-709-0224. Service Master Clean is the best choice for all your commercial cleaning services. So, we're back here on sheet A as Jessica Captain settling in, getting ready to deliver her second stone here. Looking like she wants to work left to right, try to drive that red stone back into the yellow stone or into a scoring position as Captain needs this to come back. Good shot by Captain, but will it move enough? It's starting to go there. Good late break, and she's just going to miss it. Folks, you couldn't fit an index card between those two stones there. But boy, oh boy, didn't move quite enough. Good line, good throw by Captain. Just didn't move as much as she thought it was going to. So as Meadows settles in to deliver her next stone, Meadows currently sitting 1. Meadows and the green team currently sitting 1. We'll see what Meadows is doing here. Looks like they want to try to draw around, working from left to right. As Meadows settling in, Kristen Conrad out there on the far left of the sheet. Let's see what it's doing out there. We haven't seen very many stones work down the far left side of the sheet yet. The shot is on the way. The sweep is on. Single sweeper right now. It's Conrad on her way out to try to help this through. It's going to need some help Oh, they're off it. They're actually not going to both sweep it. Looks like they're just going to let it settle as another guard, blocking up that run back, trying to keep things from coming through. As we're going to jump over to sheet B now, where Morris delivering a stone there, as we currently have the blue team throwing the yellow rocks, sitting 2 on sheet B in our second place game. Fisher and the blue team gave up some big ends early, but they have been in these and they are hitting some shots here as the whole blue team is on it there, as that's going to go right down. Great shot to the button by Misty Morris, as the blue team throwing the yellow rocks, currently sitting 3 in their game against the tan team. Great shot there by Misty Morris to put the pressure on the tan team and skip Sarah Calcutt. Sarah Calcutt coming down to throw the first of her 2 skip stones. As Calcutt getting ready, and it looks like it was actually only 2 in the second end for the tan team. So Calcutt settling into the hack now, getting ready. Looks like she wants to work right to left. Probably trying to draw down and just get inside of that yellow stone that Morris just threw. We'll see, though. She does have a red stone there that at the top of the house and the blue circle there that she could drive back. Calcutt on her way, delivering, keeping it tight towards the center of the ice. The sweep is on. Both sweepers on it now. Sweeping hard, furiously sweeping, trying to maintain the line. They're off it now, letting it go, letting it do its thing. 1 sweeper on it now, 2 sweepers on it now. Looks like they're trying to draw to the button. Can they get it down inside of that shot rock? Good shot, good sweep. Little much. Morris is on it now, trying to bring it out the back, and she does. She's going to carry it back a bit. There is a line there for them to follow. As we're going to jump over to sheet A and check back in there, as we are getting close to skip stones down there on sheet A, as Kristen Conrad talking with Terry Meadows, getting set. As currently we have the green team throwing the yellow rocks. Kristen Conrad sitting 1 as she's coming back, getting ready to deliver her stone, one of her skip stones here. Looks like this is going to be the first of her skip stones. She wants to work left to right there, try to draw down behind, score another point. She has a whole lot of ice to work with down the left side there. We saw Meadows try to come down this left side earlier. Just a little slower than just a little thicker frost out there, slowed the rock down a lot more than I think Conrad and Meadows thought it was going to go. We'll see if Conrad can take those lessons and apply them here to draw down into a scoring position. It's Conrad on the way here, working left to right, going down the left-hand side there. Stone is on the way. 1 sweeper on it, 2 sweepers on it, both sweepers on it, trying to make sure, folks, out there on the outside, little heavier ice, little thicker pebble. When we're talking about the pebble on the ice, folks, you'd think it is a smooth ice, but it's actually covered in millions of little water droplets that give it a slightly textured feel, and that actually is what helps the stones curl on the ice as the stones catch the pebbles. So when they're sweeping, when the sweepers are sweeping, they're actually trying to melt the pebbles to reduce the resistance and push and help that stone stay straighter and go further. So when we say they're sweeping it, trying to keep it straight, they're helping the stone stay straighter and move further. As we're going to go over to sheet B, as Sarah Calcutt preparing to deliver her final skip stone, as currently we have the blue team throwing the yellow rock, sitting 2, as Calcutt looks like she wants to try to come down and drive that scoring Yellowstone out. She might be able to get both, actually, as Calcutt bringing a whole heck of a lot of weight right now. Stone is on the way by Calcutt. She's got to stay close to that center line, but she can't move too much. She needs to stay just to the right of that center line. You see those guards up there. The sweep is on. They're sweeping furiously. Can it get there? Is it going to curl enough? It is going to tap it, but it's not going to get as much as she was hoping of that Yellowstone, as that Yellowstone is now firmly sitting dead center of the house, and this is going to be a challenging shot for skip Laura Fisher and the blue team. The blue team currently sitting 1. What they're going to try to do here is they're going to try to throw, it looks like they're going to try to throw a little bit heavier of a draw, and they're going to try to hit that yellow stone that's sitting in the middle of your screen there, right in the middle of that target. They're going to try to hit that hard, but not too hard, because what they want to do is they want to drive that center yellow stone into the red stone behind it and push that red stone out of play. Ideally, They want to try to catch it where they don't lose their Yellowstone on the back. They could also, instead of trying to throw this heavy draw, they could just be trying to throw a regular draw, not pushing anything around. They have a lot of space there. They have a lot of the 4 foot available. So we'll see what's going to happen here from Fisher as she's settling into the hack, getting ready to deliver her next stone. Fisher trying to work right to left. Fisher on her way, delivering right to left. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be a draw. She's got a lot of the 4 foot available to her there. Can she get it over there? One sweep, two sweeps on now on sheet B for the blue team. Fisher delivering a nice rock there. Need it to keep moving, bringing a little bit more weight. Can she get to that redstone at the back is going to be the question. Not going to quite get there, as that's going to be one for the blue team throwing the yellow rocks. As we're going to go over to sheet A, where Kristen Conrad trying to come down that left side and draw in again. Can't quite get it to come in enough to get into a scoring position, as that's going to be, that looks like it's going to be one yellow, and that's the green team throwing the yellow rocks against the yellow team throwing the red rocks. So that's 3-1 coming back our way in the fourth end. As we're going to jump over to sheet D now, as Casey Denhardig delivering her final stone on sheet D for the orange team. Denhardig currently sitting one, as she's going to try to work left to right here and just set a guard out there. She does not have hammer. Hammer is the last stone in that end, and end is like an inning. Oh, she did not try to throw a guard. She just went right for the draw. Sitting two, great draw by Denhardig as she draws right down to the button. Great shot. Yellow, the yellow stones, and the orange team currently sitting two, as Kathy Carson sliding back down, getting ready. Currently, really her only option is to try to draw down and score here. She doesn't really have a lot that she can do. It's a tight, there's a lot of yellow stones in there and not a whole lot of red, so she doesn't have a lot of hits. So it looks like she's going to try to follow that line Denhardig just through and hope that if she's on the same line, she threw enough weight to push the Yellowstone out of the back of the house. So as the fans are cheering for Casey Denhardig's last shot, as are all of you out in the virtual stands, good to see the support there. Kathy Carson settling in, going to work left to right, going to try to draw down and score. Carson on her way, working left to right. Good delivery by Carson. Down the left side there, needs it to start coming back. She might have gotten stuck out there on the outside of that line. Nope, there it is, starting to come back. Can it get in there? Not going to come in far enough, and that's going to be two for the orange team, as we're going to jump over to sheet C, where Dana Derelak has thrown the first of her skip stones here for the purple team. Purple currently down 3-0 to the white team throwing the yellow rocks, but purple currently sitting one with a shot with a rock at the back of the 4 foot, as Derelak's shot going to push that second rock, that's Yellowstone that was sitting second, out back a little bit more in the 12 foot. As they're coming back down, and Pifer talking it over with Julie Delibovi. Looks like she's out there for a draw, trying to come in. Red has one in the red circle there in the 4 foot, currently sitting as the shot rock. And I believe that red rock that was just thrown is second. So red is currently sitting two, which would cut it to a 3-2 deficit. So Ann going to try to work right to left here, draw in and out count. She has an advantage here, is that red rock is behind the T line. The T line is the stone that goes through the center of the house. That kind of divides it. The reason you want to keep the rocks in front of it is so that way when your stone gets pushed back, it's pushed closer to the middle. So when it's behind the T line, when it gets pushed further away, further back, further from the middle. As Pifer slides out, working right to left here. Good throw. The line looks good. She's got some guards she needs to contend with there, and she needs it to move. So between the guards and the need for it to curl a whole bunch, we'll see if it's going to come on back. Needs it to go further, but needs it to move a bunch. Is good shot by Pifer. Curling, curling, curling. Is it going to get there? Not quite enough curl, as that actually leaves a big opportunity here for Dana Derelak, as she now has something that she can throw at to hit and stick around and score 3 here to turn this into a tie game. So it looks like that's what Sylvia Jennings and Dana Derelak talking it over right now, as Dana knows she needs to hit that Yellowstone, drive it out of there, but she needs to have her red shooter not go too far. It needs to hit that Yellowstone pretty close, just to the left of the center of the stone, to stick around and be in a prime scoring position. We'll see if Derelak can make that happen here. Some tricky ice out here towards the outside, but Derelak, again, been hitting some good shots today. Let's see if she can do it. Jennings has the broom down, out in a position to hit the yellow stone. Normally in curling, when you're throwing these stones, you got the rock on the tee line. As Derelak out, we see that broom up by the stone, which means they're going to try to hit it on the way to sweep on. Derelak right with it. She's with it. She's watching. They're monitoring the line closely. They're monitoring the weight and how hard it was thrown. Derelak, it looked like it was a little narrow and curled a little bit, and as that was a little too much curl on that one, as that is going to be one red or one yellow. Tough to tell from this angle, but we'll see what they hang up, as we're going to go back. We're going to back out and we're going to check in, take you around the horn with the Cinco rectangle. Over on sheet D in our 4th place game, we have the brown team and the orange team. Orange team and Skip Casey Denhardig currently up 6-0 on Kathy Carson and the brown team. On sheet A, the green team, skipped by Kristen Conrad, currently leads 3-1 over the yellow team, skipped by Carol Collins. And on sheet B, in our 2nd place game, we have the tan team and skip Sarah Calcutt up 6-1 on the blue team and skip Laura Fisher. And on sheet C, in our 1st place game, as we just saw, not sure what the final score was there. It's either going to be a 3-2 white team advantage for Ann Pifer, or it's going to be a 4-1 advantage for Ann Pifer and the white team over orange. Okay, oh, it was one. My apologies, folks. I misread the scoreboard down there. That was a 1-point end for the purple team, throwing the Red Rocks, as that's 3-1 then for the white team and Skip and Pifer over Dana Derelak and Sylvia Jennings of the purple team. So we get some good curling action going on right now across the board. Across the board, close games and some games with plenty of scoring. As we're just going to stay out in this view for a little bit as we monitor the action and get ready for something to lock in and get to a critical point. It's good shots across the board. We have some guards, we have some scoring stones, a little bit of everything here at the All-American Bonspiel, sponsored by the U.S. Women's Curling Association. Again, thank you for joining us for this very special presentation of curling action here out of the Charlotte Curling Club. As we're going to jump in, we're going to just work across the board here. We're going to go to sheet A, starting with our 3rd place game. We're going to work left to right across all the games. The green team currently leading 3-1, currently sitting 1, it looks like, against the yellow team throwing the Red Rocks. The green team throwing the Yellow Rocks, confusing us all here, just trying to confuse all of us, as Jessica Captain settling in to throw a stone here for the yellow team. Captain looks like she's going to try to work left to right here and try to hit that red rock that's in the middle of the 2 yellow rocks out. If yellow can clear that red rock out of there, that leaves them 4 sitting in the house. There's an opportunity here for yellow, who's currently down 2. They're going to try to hit the inside of that and roll it to the left side of the house. The stone is on the way, working down the center line. Going to try to just push that going to try to sit on top of that redstone. I apologize. I got confused by the colors right there. Little wide as that just go. That's going to slip on through the ice again a little straighter than it's been so far this weekend as Kristen Conrad. Now looks like Kristen Conrad and the green team throwing the yellow rocks wants to hit that redstone and drive it on out and push it out of the way at least a little bit. She looked like she was okay with it sitting in a guarding position though, protecting those stones that are currently close to the house. The shot is on the way by Meadows, coming down, working left to right. Conrad leaves the house, coming out to help sweep it. They're going to try to bring it as far as it'll go. Two sweepers on it now, trying to get it there, trying to settle it right on the perfect line. Good shot by Meadows. Is that going to sneak around the guard? It is not. Almost. Just couldn't quite get it around the guard there as it turned back a little bit. As Carol Collins now calling to hit and roll. Nope, hit. Looks like she's trying to get the one that was just thrown by Meadows. She might try to get that one that's immediately to that yellow rock that's immediately to the right of it by catching the the right side of it and rolling into that stone on the right. We'll see what Captain can do. Captain been throwing some very good weight today. Great opportunity here for the yellow team to put some points on the board as Captain coming down, working right to left. She's going to try to have the stone turned into that yellow stone in the red rings and bounce back out and hit the one in the white. Good shot by Captain. It's on the way. Curled just a little too much though. Just off a little bit as we're going to bounce over to sheet B and check in on our second place game between the blue and tan team. Tan team throwing the red rocks, currently sitting one. The blue team though talking about it looks like they're going to try to hit that yellow stone back into the house or drive that red stone out of there. They have a couple of options as Laura Fisher getting ready to throw her skip stone here as this game between blue and tan is starting to move at a quicker pace. Currently 6-1 for the tan team, but the blue team, one stone scoring almost scoring right now, sitting second. That red stone on the right side of your screen is currently scoring. As folks, we're aware of the conversations going on in the chat right now. We're just choosing to keep the focus on the ice, not at the folks at home trying to chirp and make this special weekend about themselves instead of about the competitiveness on the ice. As Fisher looks like she's ready to curl work from left to right here on a draw, trying to come in. There's a whole bunch of stones in a guarding position there. Lots of protection for this shot by Fisher, as you know, she and the blue team are currently down by 5, but with this shot here, they could start working their way back. Fisher has one more shot as well. As we're going to jump over to sheet C now. We're going to slip over. We're going to go over to sheet C now as white and purple locked in a battle right now. Purple currently sitting 2 as Dana Derelak calling to put that guard back on sheet C that the white team just peeled out. Purple currently trailing 3-1, but with a good opportunity here to score multiple. As we'll see Sylvia Jennings sliding back, getting ready to deliver what looks to be her first stone. So we're going to jump back over to sheet B as we are in skip stones on sheet B. Laura Fisher looks like the stone just carried a little bit too much as Sarah Calcutt Sarah Calcutt talking it over with her vice. Looks like she wants to try to work left to right there and get into that scoring position. As Calcutt settling into the house here, getting ready to work left to right, draw behind, sit for one. She settles in here, sliding on her way. Good delivery. Stone is on. Stone is on the way, working down the left-hand side. Good shot. No sweep on. Looks like it has space to come inside of that guard. They wanted to, they're threading the needle here, trying to get down through the middle, but let's see. That line's been played down a bunch. Little heavy. Morris on it, trying to sweep it out the back. 6 feet of fury, trying to bring it out the back of the house, and she will not clear it out the back of the house, but it is sitting third currently, as we're going to jump over to sheet D, where Casey Denhardig getting ready to deliver her first skip stone. Denhardig and the orange team currently leading the brown team 6-0, but Kathy Carson and the brown team getting ready to score. Denhardig gonna work left to right here, as the brown team and Kathy Carson currently sitting 2. Denhardig trying to draw down. Let's see if she can get it around and sit right on the house. 2 sweepers are on it. They need to sweep. They need to keep it on the line, and they need to keep it from moving a little too much, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do that, as it's going to crash a little bit, as Kathy Carson and the brown team have 2 stones firmly entrenched there. And Kathy's going to try to put her first stone in a guarding position. She has 2. She's trying to protect it. She's going to come out wide here on the left. She needs it to settle between those right to the left of that center line to protect her 2 stones sitting in the red. This could be a really good this could be a really good opportunity for Brown to get back into it, as they are currently down 6-0, as we're going to jump over to sheet B, where Laura Fisher delivering her final stone for the blue team, currently trailing the tan team 6-1, as Fisher 4 people sweeping, everybody on it, the whole team on it for the blue team, but not going to come far enough, as that's going to leave an opportunity here for Sarah Calcutt to deliver her final skip stone. She looks like she wants to drive this yellow stone out of the house. If she can hit it just right and her red stone sticks around, that's going to be a 4-point end for Calcutt and the tan team. Calcutt been setting up some big ends and delivering here. Some very talented shot making here by the tan team across the board, and some nice skill to leave themselves the opportunities for big ends. Lots of action happening here, as currently we have the purple team sitting 1 on sheet C, as that is in skip stones. We'll be checking in there, as Kathy Carson delivering the first of her 2 skip stones on sheet D. Little heavy for Carson, as she ended up coming through the house. Carson currently sitting 3 on sheet D, as we're going to stay here on sheet B, as this was the final stone for Calcutt here in the 4th end. She looks like she's going to try to work right to left here. She needs to hit this just right to score 4, as the stone is on the way. 2 sweepers on it trying to hold it as it crosses the hog line. Coming on in, great view here from the top down, hits it and drives it out the back, as that's going to be another 4 spot for Calcutt and the tan team, as we're going to jump over to sheet D now, is Casey Denhardig getting ready to deliver her final stone for the orange team. Denhardig working left to right. Looks like she wants to draw and sit on those 2 stones at the back of the forefoot. Currently those 2 at the back of the forefoot. Brown and the Redstones currently sitting 3. Good shot by Denhardig. Line is good. 2 sweepers on it, 3 sweepers on it, as Bush comes out to help sweep it. Good sweep by the orange team. Great sweep, as that's going to sit right for shot. Amazing shot, as it is also has backing. So that's going to be a very challenging shot for Kathy Carson to try to drive out of there. She might have an angle, but I don't know that she can catch it in the right spot to get that yellow stone out of. Great shot by Denhardig there to come down and sit for 1. We'll see. Kathy Carson needs to come down at the perfect angle and the perfect location to drive that shot stone out. If she manages to catch it on the left side and push it on out, though, this could be a 4-point end for the brown team and put them right back into it. Lots of action going on as it looks like we have shakes on sheet B as the tan team defeats the blue team 10-1 on sheet B. That means the tan team and Skip Sarah Calcutt are your third place team. That's the tan team of Sarah Calcutt, Megan Wright, Steph Murphy, and Heidi Gollinger. And also that means finishing in fourth place, very respectable finish by the blue team of Laura Fisher, Misty Morris, Katrina Feldman, and Jennifer Layton. Good job to the women playing on sheet B. As on sheet C, Kathy Carson settling in now, currently looking at a 6-0 deficit for her brown team. She's going to try to come down here and score 4. She has to hit this Yellowstone that Den Hardig just threw absolutely perfectly as it's coming down. It's got plenty of weight. It needs to move a lot, though. It needs to take a late break here, and it looks like it's starting to go. I don't know that it's going to get quite far enough to where she needed it, and that looks like it's going to be 1 for the orange team and Casey Den Hardig, and that's going to give them a 7-0 lead for Den Hardig and the orange team. As we're going to jump over to sheet C now, where we are in the fourth end in our first place game. The white team throwing the yellow rocks and Skip and Pifer, currently sitting 1 and 2, so 2 on the board for the white team potentially, with the purple team, Dana Derelak, settling in, with the purple team led by Dana Derelak settling in. Dana trying to throw here, take out both of these yellow stones, and set up the purple team in a good position. Good weight coming on that stone. Good line. 2 sweepers on it now. They're trying to hold it. They have to hold it on line. They might. It looks like it's moving a little bit. Might have moved a little too much as they got one. They got the one that was shot, but they couldn't get the one that was second. So that looks like white currently sitting 1 as Ann Pifer now has an opportunity to come down and score 2. She just needs to sit that anywhere in. She just needs to get inside of that red stone that you see at the back left of your screen. It's currently a 3-1 match here. Close game as Ann Pifer trying to put her team up 4 if she can deliver this draw. There is a lot of space to work with, but the ice has been quickly accelerating, which is going to make this more challenging as we get deeper and deeper into this first place match here at the All-American Bonspiel at the Charlotte Curling Club. And Pifer delivering, trying to work right to left, trying to draw down. She needs to get inside of that red stone at the back in the bottom left of your in the bottom left corner. Good shot by Pifer. The line looks good. The weight looks nice. It needs to slow up a little bit, though, as Dana Derelak's getting ready. She's going to have an opportunity to sweep it. 6 feet of fury by Dana Derelak as she's going to carry it out into a non-threatening position, and that's going to be 1 for Ann Pifer and the white team, as the purple team hanging around here, down 4-1, but they have Hammer heading back down the ice in the 5th end. So we're going to jump over to sheet A, take a look at our third place game between the green team and Script Kristen Conrad and the yellow team and Skip Carol Collins. This game has been going. It's been a battle. Outside of the first end, it's been single points all around, as the green team throwing the yellow rocks currently leads 4-1 over the yellow team throwing the red rocks. And the yellow team right now sitting 1. Good position here for the yellow team throwing the red rocks. Never going to not be confusing, folks. I apologize that that's given us such a hard time here. I don't know why we didn't just give the yellow team the yellow rocks. Probably would have made things a bit easier, as Ann Kraus delivering her first stone here, or delivering her stone here for the red team, or the yellow team throwing the red rocks. Yellow currently sitting 1 in a nice position with a nice guard up there. It's on the way, working right to left. Ann's trying to get that down behind. Good shot by Kraus, as that is going to get behind the guard, and it's going to sit nicely behind the guard. The yellow team throwing the red rocks currently sitting 2. Great shot by Ann Kraus to set the yellow team up sitting 2, as Terry Meadows settles in for the green team throwing the yellow rocks. Currently, they're conceding 2 as Kristen Conrad looks like she wants to take out that guard sitting that red guard sitting at the top of the house. So Meadows going to try to throw a nice heavy stone here. Folks, all the stones do weigh the same. When we say heavy, we're talking to how hard you throw it. So it's said in curling that when you throw it hard, the harder you throw it, the heavier the stone is, and the shorter you throw it, the lighter you throw it. So good shot by Meadows as that looks like it's going to take out that guard. She gets the guard and she rolls her stone down. Can they get it to bite? It's not going to touch the blue. Close shot there by Meadows. I think they did want to get that to where it was biting so that way they could take out those red stones and be in a scoring position. As Jessica Captain settling in here for the yellow team, she's going to try to cover up those 2 shot stones for the yellow team, throwing the red rocks. So let's see Captain settling in here, getting ready to deliver her first stone. She's going to try to work right to left here, working towards the left-hand side of your screen, the outside of the arena. Stone is on the way by Captain. Good shot. The sweepers are with it. 1 sweeper on it, 2 sweepers on it now. They want to make sure that that is over that red line. That's the hog line, folks. If the stone does not cross that, it is out of play and removed. Captain is going to get it in. Good shot by Captain, and it's going to keep going. They need it to keep curling to get on top of those red stones and give some cover to the shot stones, and it will. And it might be it is touching, so that's going to be 3 now for the yellow team throwing the red stones. As Conrad and Meadows talking about what they want to do, it looks like Conrad wants to come down, have Meadows work right to left, try to draw in to a scoring position here. Lots of space for Meadows here to make this shot, and additionally, she can tap that yellow stone at the top of the house back end in, and that would be very firmly behind cover. Good shot by Meadows. It's on the way. Gonna work right to left here. Shot is on the way. Needs to get onto that Yellowstone at the top. Let's see, is it going to move enough? It is. It's not going to move quite enough, though. It just grazed that Yellowstone at the top and ended up pushing it to the right-hand side. Didn't quite end up how they were hoping it was going to, as Jessica Captain settling back in, as Skip Carol Collins calling a draw here, working right to left. Collins sets up out there in the 12-foot. Good opportunity here for Captain to draw behind here and really set the yellow team throwing the red rocks in a good position. We'll see what they can do here. Additionally, if Captain throws a little heavier, she can hit that Yellowstone out of play, so she has options here as she prepares to deliver this stone. As Captain delivers, strides out. Stone is on the way, working down that right-hand side. Let's see if they can, oh, it looks like it's going to be a draw. Yep, they're going to want to try to draw here. Can they get it around? They're not going to get it around the guard, but they are going to get to the inside of the guard and push it in just a little bit. Still sitting 2, and they manage to further cover up their 2 shot stones. Good shot there by Captain. Maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but the end result is a positive for the yellow team. You see those 2 red rocks for the yellow team sitting 2 right there on the 4-foot circle. As Kristen Conrad and Terry Meadows for the green team talking it over, discussing what they want to do. Conrad talking about the angles. She looks like she wants to come down and hit those scoring rocks on the left-hand side, of your screen there. She has some space to be able to do that, and that would be a big, and that could lead to a big end for the green team if they can clear those 2 stones out as she's trying to work through that. So we're going to jump over to sheet D, where we have a battle going on between the brown team and the orange team. The brown team throwing the red rocks, the orange team throwing the yellow rocks. As the orange team currently sitting 1 by virtue of that stone at the top left of the house there. It's Kathy Carson talking it over with her team. What do they want to do? as it looks like she might be trying to come down and hit some things. So we'll see here coming down. Stone is on the way here for the brown team. Looks like they're going to try to get across and hit that yellow stone that's just hanging out there on the left-hand side. They're going to try to hit it and roll to the right. Good shot. Great shot by the brown team as that's going to roll perfectly. Excellent shot. Taking out the yellow stone and rolling behind the guards. Good shot. Good shot by the brown team there as they currently are sitting 3, getting ready here in the 5th end. As Sarah Bush delivering her first stone out of the hack, working down the left-hand side, or her second stone, I'm sorry, from Vice Sarah Bush, trying to work down the left-hand side, work left to right here, going to try to get in behind those brown team guards, and we'll see. She needs it to move a whole bunch. Starting to go, and it's going to get there. Great shot by Bush, but it might have just been a little too heavy as Kathy Carson sweeps it to where it isn't shot, but it is sitting second, which cuts the brown team down to just 1. Good shot by Bush, but just carried a little bit too much down that line that they've played a few times already. As the brown team getting set here, Kathy Carson looks like she wants to try to follow that line and push that yellow rock on the forefoot back and out of the house. We'll see. That's a tricky line to come down, as this is going to be the third time this end that they followed this line, and that line just gets a little quicker, a little quicker, a little quicker each time. So the stone's just moving a little faster and it's staying a little straighter each and every time, which adds to the challenge here. And that is just a bit too heavy, and it's never coming back, because we're going to jump over to sheet A now and check in there as we're getting down towards the end with the skip rock, as Carol Collins delivers her first, as the yellow team currently sitting 3. The yellow team throwing the red rocks currently sitting 3, as Kristen Conrad talking it over with Terry Meadows. Kristen looking like she wants to come down the middle there and hit that redstone. She has a wide open shot at that redstone. So let's see if she can deliver here. Ideally, she's going to want to catch this in a position. She's trying to see. I don't know that she has an angle to get the the redstones cleared out of there. I think she's talking with Meadows about catching it on the right-hand side, because if he catches that redstone in the center on the right-hand side, it pushes back into the second redstone, and the first redstone that she hit goes out the back of the house. The second redstone goes to the left, and you hope that you catch that third redstone as well. It's going to be interesting to see if they can do it. Tricky shot here. Lots of things need to go exactly right. We'll see if Conrad can deliver this incredibly challenging shot here to prevent the yellow team from scoring a big end. Conrad getting set to deliver her final stone of this 5th end in our 3rd place game between the green team and the yellow team. The green team throwing red rocks, the green team throwing the yellow rocks, and the yellow team throwing red rocks, confusing all of us here, including you at home. Made that mistake a few times today, as Kristen Conrad, the skip for the green team, settles in to deliver her final stone of this 5th end. So, good shot here by Conrad, working from right to left. She's going to try to catch those stones. Let's see what happens here. Is that stone working right to left? Good shot by Conrad. The sweepers are on it. They need to keep it around those guards up high. Is it going to? It's not going to hold. It's going to crash the guards. And currently the yellow team sitting 3. We'll check in with them a little later. We're going to jump over to sheet C, where we have our first place game between the white team and the purple team, currently sitting at 4-1 for Ann Pifer and the white team throwing the yellow rocks, as Sylvia Jennings settles in to throw her last stone here as vice for the purple team throwing the red rocks. Jennings looks like she wants to come down the ice and hit that red rock at the top of the red circle into the yellow rock, driving it out and setting up the purple team as shot rock. Good throw by Jennings It moved enough to get off that top guard. It needs to move a little bit more to get inside, and it's not going to move enough. And it's going to catch that it's going to catch that red rock a little too thin and push it out of danger. So that leaves the white team and Ann Pifer currently sitting 1, as that's going to be a challenging shot here for purple. Challenging situation for purple. Pifer currently sitting 1. Pifer and the white team currently sitting 1 here, as she's talking it over with her vice about what they want to do. Is we're going to jump back over to sheet A here while Pifer and her vice are talking it over, as Carol Collins and the yellow team are getting set to deliver her final stone here. The yellow team throwing the red rocks, currently sitting 3. She could turn this very quickly into a 4, if not 5. So what she's looking at here, she needs to come down the right-hand side there, and she needs to hit that yellow stone that's in the white ring out of play. And if she can keep her stone that she's throwing in play, that's going to be 5. This could be a big momentum shift here for the yellow team. Coming down the right-hand side here. Good throw by Collins. The line looks nice. The sweep is on. They need to catch it just left of center. It's going to move just a little too much, and that could lead to some trouble here. It wasn't thrown hard enough to have some trouble happen. That's okay. That's going to be 3 for the yellow team here, as that's a tied-up game on sheet A. As we're going to jump back over to sheet C as Ann Pifer prepares to deliver her first skip stone, first of 2 stones from the skip here on sheet C. This first place game, Pifer and the white team currently leading 4-1 over Derelac and the purple team. It's Pifer looking like she wants to work right, coming out working right to left here. Let's see, wants to work right to left, get into a scoring position here as that shot's on the way. Good shot by Pifer. 1 sweeper, 2 sweeper on now. Let's see, they want to make sure that they don't crash that guard too hard. They want to set it up above that guard and leave it with even more coverage to take out the run back. And they're going to just tap it enough. Yep, little opportunity for a run back here for the purple team, forcing them into a draw. We're going to jump over to sheet D, where the orange team currently leads the brown team 7-0. It's Kathy Carson of the brown skip of the brown team settling in. She's currently, looks like she's sitting 1 as she prepares to deliver her final stone here, trying to come down and score 2. She needs to draw around that high guard and get down inside of that yellow rock at the back. Yep, that's 1 for red. So Kathy Carson trying to put up a 2-point end here. 2 sweepers on it. They're sweeping hard. They're trying to get it. They need to get it around that guard. They're sweeping on it. It's around the guard. It's not going to get around the guard. The sweeper slowed down a little bit there, and it did not get around the guard, as that looks like it's going to be 1 for Kathy Carson and the brown team throwing the red rocks. That's going to make it 7-1 for the brown team. And that's going to be, and that looks like, can't tell if that's shakes or high fives of celebration. Looks like just high fives of celebration. Looks like we're going to play another couple ends here on sheet D, as we're going over to sheet C now, where Dana Derelac delivering her first skip stone for the purple team. Derelac trying to draw down and take out that yellow stone sitting in the middle of the house for the white team. Derelac and purple currently trailing 4-1. Good shot by Derelac. Good line. Just turns in a little bit too much and pushes that yellow stone into the house. Ann Pifer and the white team currently sitting 2 now in the house after Derelac just couldn't sneak it around there. Stone moved just a little bit more than I think she was anticipating, and it crashed into the guard. So Pifer going to be looking to replace that guard and keep things set. So if she can replace that guard there and cover her shot stone up, it doesn't leave a whole lot of options for Derelac to get down and score, as we are in the 5th end right now of our first place match of our A event draw. This is a competitive game here. This is a competitive match here. 4-1 lead for the white team. Pifer, though, It's only a 3-point lead. Could go away very quickly. Pifer looks like she's going to come down and try to guard up her shot stone, expand her lead. Question is, where is this going to sit, and what will Derelak do? There's not a whole lot for Derelak and the purple team. If Pifer successfully closes up this gap, they might have a run back to try to double some stones, but that's going to be tricky and most likely going to end up with something sticking around as Pifer delivering her final stone for the white team. Coming down the ice, she wants it to settle right between that red and yellow stone. And let's see, it's starting to slow up, but it might be moving just a little more than she thought it was going to, but that's still blocking that yellow stone. So the yellow rocks of the white team still sitting too, is Derelak and Jennings talking about what their options are. They can try to come down there. They could drive that yellow stone that was just thrown back into that yellow stone that is the shot rock and try to clear some things out there and set themselves up in a scoring position, but it's tough because white currently sitting 2, and there's no clean way to get that second stone out of there while also getting that first one. So they might try, looks like they're going to try to do an angle raise where they're going to hit this red stone at just to the left of Sylvia's broom. They're going to try to push that red stone back into the house and take out the shot stone. It's a tricky shot there for Derelak, but one that she can make. It's just she needs the ice to cooperate, and she's going to need to catch that stone at exactly the right angle to keep things in the right position as Derelak out of the house now, bringing plenty of weight. 2 sweepers on it now. They need to try to hold it. They need to try to hold the line. Derelak with it, offering encouragement to her sweepers. The shot's on the way. The line looks good. She needs to catch it on the outside. She's going to catch it just on the inside, and that's going to be 3 for the white team, as that's going to push Pifer and the white team out to a 7-1 lead. As we're going to jump over to sheet A in our third place game between the green team and the yellow team. The green team throwing the yellow rocks, currently tied at 4 with the yellow team throwing the red rocks. Skip Carol Collins here though, looks like she's calling Ann Krause to drive this green team rock on out of there and leave the yellow team sitting 4. Collins wants to catch this yellow stone on the left side, so that way her team is sitting 2. Shot is on the way. 2 sweepers on it. Hard, furious sweep, trying to hold it. They want to make sure it catches that outside left. It does, and it rolls, and we have a split house over on sheet A. This split house makes it very challenging with the stones on either side of the house. Makes it very challenging for the yellow team to get down the yellow stones. Makes it challenging for the green team throwing the yellow stones to get down to them and try to score points. The perk that they have, though, is that there's plenty of space there to fill in the middle. Those red stones are far enough removed from the center, and yellow with hammer here, the last stone in this end, they can pile stones in there and score some big points. The shot's on the way as Conrad comes out to help. Good sweep. That settles in for a nice shot. A little bit of space there between that yellow rock and the red rock. That space there makes it nice. That way, even if the yellow team tries to drive the yellow rock back into the red rock, it's difficult to actually clear it out of there. As we're going to jump over to sheet D, where the orange team and Skip Casey Den-Hardig have opened up a 7-1 lead on the brown team and Skip Kathy Carson. Carson and her team throwing the red rocks, currently conceding 1 to the yellow team. Let's see what they have in store here. Stone on the way. Fourth stone on the way for the red team. Looks like they're trying to come down, hit that yellow stone, need to get it around the guard. There's 1 sweeper on it. Oh, it's not going to get quite enough as it ticks that high guard, and it's going to finish right around. No, no harm, no foul though. Might have. Ooh, just moved a little too much. Ended up didn't quite hit the yellow with enough force to push it out of the way. The orange team still sitting one on sheet D. Orange team wasn't able to cover up those stones as we've got two orange stones sitting at the back of the house. Kathy Carson trying to get her team to throw a bunch of weight to drive these stones out the back so that way they can try to get back into this. Currently down 7-1. Carson encouraging her team. They have no guards to contend with. Oh, she might not be trying to throw. We'll see. They're talking it over. She talked about throwing some weight and driving those stones out the back of the house. They're talking now, it looks like, about trying to draw down and sit a little higher on them and use them as backing so that way they can't be driven out. But it looks like she's going back to the hit. She wants to come down. She wants to bring a bunch of weight and drive things out a bit. So let's see here if the brown team can deliver, trying to clear both these orange stones out the back of the house. Slides, delivers. The stone is on the way. Working left to right. The sweep is on. Two sweepers on it. Sweepers are on it hard. They need to hold it. They need to stay on it, and they're off it. Looks like it moved a bit more than they anticipated as those orange stones remain firmly entrenched at the back as Casey Denhardig really wants that guard to sit there. Sarah Bush settling in, getting ready to throw her final stone. Two stones remaining for each team. Bush on the way, working right to left, trying to set a guard at the top of the 12-foot. Good shot by Bush. Weight is better than it. Weight looks a little heavier than it was last time coming down. Working right to left, trying to move. Good shot. Gonna get over. Needs it to move a little bit more. Doesn't look like it's gonna move enough, and gonna finish a little deeper than maybe the orange team had anticipated, but still covering up those stones at the back, and that is actually now shot stone. Orange currently sitting 3 as Kathy Carson and the brown team talking over how they want to approach this. As we're going to jump over to sheet A now, where we're on skip stones for Carol Collins. Carol Collins getting set here for the yellow team. The green team currently sitting 1 with that rock on the left side of the red. And then the yellow team has 2, is sitting 2nd and 3rd. So yellow is going to try to draw in here and sit for 1, as they do not have the hammer. Hammer resides with Kristen Conrad and the green team throwing the yellow rocks. Stone on the way for Collins. Trying to work right to left, trying to get inside of that. Stone needs to get it around, going to tap that guard, and that's actually going to be a really nice shot for Collins as it opens up that yellow shot stone, as Kristen Conrad now has to decide whether she wants to try to work left to right, or if she wants to try to draw under or guard her shot stone. Decision time for Conrad, as they're talking about something here. Not sure what. Might be that there was contact made with a stone. So we're going to wait for them to resolve that, and we're going to jump over to sheet C and our first place game between the purple and white team. As White and Ann Pifer currently leading 7-1 over Dana Derelak and Sylvia Jennings of the purple team. Jennings getting ready to throw her stone here, as it looks like they have a complex takeout where they want to clear a whole bunch of stones out of play here. So we'll see as everybody's getting into it, as there's some good vibes and good music going on down on the ice right now. As Jennings delivering her stone here. Gonna try to clear a whole bunch of stuff out. There are a lot of stones at the top of the house. They're guarding that white stone. Jennings gonna get one. Nope, just gonna reshuffle some things, and not exactly what the purple team was planning on or hoping would happen, as we're gonna jump back over to sheet A, where Conrad delivers a guard sitting on top of her shot stone. As we're going to jump back over to sheet D in our 4th place matchup between the brown team and the orange team, as Kathy Carson settling in, preparing to throw her final stone. Orange team currently sitting 3, as Carson looks like she wants to try to drive this yellow stone out and back into the other ones, clear them out, and hold the orange team to 1. She needs to bring a whole lot of weight here. She needs to bring the house and try to throw this stone as if it's going all the way to the state line. We'll see. Tough shot, but a makeable shot for Carson here. If she can do that and hold the orange team to 1 here, it would be a big victory for her. As Carson delivers, the stone is on the way. Both sweepers on it. They're on it early. They're on it hard. They need to keep it on line. It needs to stay to the left of that high yellow guard. It's moving. It's starting to go. Can they hold it? Can they hold it? They do hold it. Can they catch it right? They're going to catch it. It's going to get 1, and that's going to be it, as the brown team loses the shooter, as the orange team currently sitting 2. It's Casey Denhardig and Sarah Bush just talking about they need to put this in to score 3, as we're going to jump back over to sheet C, where Sylvia Jennings getting ready to deliver her second and final stone for the purple team. Jennings trying to work left to right. Get in to the house here. Trying to get around and cut down the white team, prevent them from scoring multiple this end again, is Jennings. Oh no, looks like she wants to try to catch that red stone that's the lower of the 2 in the bottom. The one that's just, yep, there we go. It's going to catch the high one though. And it's going to push some guards around, and it's going to push white into a situation where they're scoring 2 actually. But what they do have is they have a lane that they could come down as Ann Pifer and Julie Delibovi talking about how they need to stop up that lane with a guard. But they might have an opportunity here to come down and take that out, as we're going to jump over to sheet A as Carol Collins delivering her final stone for the yellow team. Collins working right to left. Shot's going to tick the guard, open things up a little bit, not draw down as much as she was hoping. And the green team still sitting one. Kristen Conrad now has an open port there between that yellow and red that are high in the center and the high in the left and center respectively. She has the chance to come down and sit on the forefoot for two here for the green team. Exciting matchup here in our C event, in our C draw between the green team and the yellow team. As we're going to jump back over to sheet C. As sheet D, they are progressing into the seventh end, heading back down the other way. Not sure what the score was there in the sixth end. Ann Pifer on sheet C set the guard there, stopped up that hole a bit. It's sitting a little hot. It's sitting high there. Nice job guarding up. However, Dana Derelak and Sylvia Jennings talking right now as we're going to jump over to sheet A, where Kristen Conrad has delivered her final stone, trying to come down and draw for two, trying to work left to right here. Good shot by Conrad. Two sweepers on it. Don't know. They might be able to bring it. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to bring it far enough, as that's going to be one for the green team. We got a battle over on sheet A in the C draw, as that's 5-4 now after six ends for the green team, who are throwing the yellow rocks. So we're going to jump back over to sheet C in our A event, in our A draw between the purple and white team. Dana Derelak talking it over with her team, and Sylvia Jennings. They're trying to come up with a plan here. They currently trail 7-1 and are conceding 2 to Ann Pifer and the white team. We'll see. Derelak looks like they want to try to come down through that gap there. They don't think Pifer closed it up as much, as we do have a score there off of sheet D. 2 points for the orange team, as that gives them a 9-1 lead heading back down the other way in the seventh end. As Derelak bringing the stone down, trying to work right to left. Looks like she's going to try to find her way through that gap. So we're going to swap, look in close. She might have had enough. Oh, just didn't quite get it to move enough. Good shot by Derelak. Just didn't quite move as much as she was hoping it was going to. But she cleared that guard out. She has a shot there if Pifer can't put that guard back for her final skip stone. This is the last game in the sixth end. Our C and D events are both into the seventh end, heading back down the other way. We'll see if there's time. Is Pifer working down from left to right, trying to come down through the hole. Let's see what she does coming down. Gonna set that guard again, stopping things up. Is it gonna finish there? Yep, moved enough there at the end to plug that hole. Good shot there by Pifer, blocking things up on the center line. So we're going to see Derelak looks like she wants to try to push some of those red stones down into a scoring position. Lots of stones for her to push around there on the left-hand side. They got a long ways to go, but it's a makeable shot there for Derelak. Let's see what she's going to do here. Jennings out on the far left of the house, setting a target for Derelak. Derelak coming down the left side there. Good shot by Derelak. Gonna catch something. Let's see what it does. Ooh, was on its way towards catching that inside one. Didn't quite push that one enough, as that's going to be 2 for the white team, and that looks like it's shake, as that's going to be a 9-1 win for Ann Pifer and the white team. They win the A draw here at the Charlotte All-American Bonspiel, sponsored by the USWCA. So we got 2 games still going. We got the D draw going on between the brown and orange team on sheet D, and we have the C draw going on sheet A between the yellow and green team. The yellow team throwing red rocks, the green team throwing yellow rocks. Green currently sitting 1 here in the 7th end as we work back down towards the other end of the ice. Green team skip Kristen Conrad trying to protect her lead. They got a 1-point lead here for the green team. She's going to try to set some guards there to protect their shot stone. And over on sheet D, skip Casey Denhardig and the orange team currently leading 9-1, but the brown team sitting 1 right now, getting ready to come down, trying to push things around and keep their scoring ways going. The orange team trying to push that shot rock off of the 4-foot circle. Didn't quite get what they wanted there, as it moved a little bit more than I think they were anticipating. As Carson and the brown team now looking like they want to try to pile it in here. They're sitting 1, want to try to pile in more here, score a big end and bring it back for some more points in the 8th. As we did have a success, as that guard over on sheet A finished just a little to the right of where they were hoping it was going to get to for the yellow team, or for the green team, as Ann Kraus now has an opportunity to come down and hit the shot stone at the 4-foot. Good shot by Kraus. Let's see, 2 sweepers on it. Looks like it's going to move a bit more than they were thinking it was going to, though, as that's going to get all the way to the far side of that green team guard. So, green team currently sitting 1, leading by 1 here in the 7th end. Time becoming a factor, as no new ends can start after 2:50. Never mind, I'm being informed we're playing a full 8 ends today, so lots of time left here for the green, between the green team and the yellow team, as the green team trying to consolidate their lead. They've got 1 at the back of the 4-foot. Good shot there. Coming down. Looks like it curled a little bit more than I think they were anticipating. Ends up finishing on the right side there. That stone at the back of the 4-foot still sitting open. The yellow team gonna try to hit it here. The yellow team throwing the red rocks, currently trailing by 1 in the 7th end. And over on sheet D, brown team currently sitting 1 with a few stones left to play here. Brown team has 4 stones left to throw. And Kraus delivering her 2nd stone here for the yellow team. Working down the left-hand side, trying to work left to right and take out that shot stone for the green team. Gonna get there. Good shot by Kraus. Just moves a little bit too much. She got it around the guards, but didn't quite move enough. Or moved a little bit too much. Sorry, moved a little bit too much to get over to there. Yep. Brown team currently sitting 1, with that 1 still in the 4-foot, firmly guarded. Casey Denhardig, skip of the orange team, trying to work from left to right here, trying to get up and under to cut down this brown 1. See, Sarah Bush-Weiss slides out, delivering, working left to right. Good shot by Bush. 2 sweepers on it now. 2 sweepers on it, trying to move trying to carry it. Sweep off, they need it to move. It's by the guard. Good shot by Bush. Is it going to get there? Two sweepers back on. Oh, is it ticked the guard just a little bit? Thought they had it by it. They didn't quite get it by, as that's still one for the Brown team. And over on sheet A, we still have that green team stone sitting at the back of the forefoot, as Jessica Captain settles in for the yellow team, looking to bring some heavy weight, clear that one out, clear that yellow stone out, and ideally she wants to catch it on the right side and roll just a little bit to get underneath those guards. Captain, the lefty, delivering, working left to right. Good shot by Captain. Let's see if she can catch the inside of that stone like she needs to. Not going to come back. Going to stay a little wide there. Sheet A playing a little straighter than some of the other sheets. Rocks aren't coming back as much as the Brown team. Over on sheet D now has 2 in the forefoot. So good shot there for the Brown team, as we are into skip stones, as Casey Denhardig and Sarah Bush talking it over for the orange team. Denhardig on the way back down the ice, getting ready. Denhardig getting ready to come out. She's going to try to hit this brown stone that's on the left side of the forefoot there. So you see it in the red rings on the left side of the forefoot. She wants to hit it and roll to the right there. Ideally, if she hits this right, she can catch that one at the back of the forefoot and catch the one on the right side as well. So she could clear both of these out and leave and push these both out to where the orange team is sitting 1 and the brown team is sitting 0. Good shot by Denhardig on the way. Working to the right. All 3 sweepers on it now. They need it to keep moving. Good shot by Denhardig, as it's just going to move. It's going to bump it, but not enough. As Denhardig had a very nice line there, just didn't catch it as much as she was hoping, and it moved just a little bit too much. Brown team still sitting 2. It's Kathy Carson coming back down, getting ready to throw her first skip stone. As that green stone still lives over on sheet A as the shot rock. It's Kristen Conrad talking it over with Terry Meadows. Conrad getting ready to come back down the ice, throw the first of her 2 skip stones. Looks like she wants to set a guard there, have her team up 2 heading into the 8th end, coming back down this way as Kathy Carson makes her way, settling into the hack. Kathy Carson settling into the hack, getting ready to deliver. So, Kathy Carson getting ready. She's going to try to come down. Looks like she wants to try to guard her 2 stones there, block up that line that Casey Denhardig just came down. And she really needs to cover up that stone on the left side of the forefoot. That stone is really open right now. Lots of opportunities for them to come down, and lots of ways Casey Denhardig can get to that red stone on the left side there. As Kristen Conrad slides out, delivering, working left to right, trying to protect her stone at the back of the forefoot. Conrad, good shot working down the left side. Good shot by Carson as well. Line is good. The 2 sweepers are on it. Carson looks like she actually wants to bring this all the way in and try to sit. Good shot by Carson to be sitting 3. Denhardig has 1 left, and she can sit that in there. She can follow that line that Carson just threw and sit in there to be shot rock and take that away. As over on sheet A, we're going to focus in on sheet A here for a little bit, as this is a very close game, 1-point game, as Carol Collins getting ready to throw her first skip stone here, as the green team currently sitting 1 with that yellow, with that green rock, with that green team rock at the back of the 4-foot there, that inner red circle sitting at the back of it. Let's see what she can do here. She wants to come down. She wants to hit that. She wants to clear that out. And ideally, she wants to catch it a little she wants to catch it on the right side there and roll it just a little bit. Good shot by Collins, as that looks like the line is, it's going to move a lot there. Whew, just moved a little too much there. Lots of movement on the shot by Collins. After Captain's shots were staying much straighter, Collins' shot really ran away there. We're going to jump over to sheet D as Kathy Carson getting ready to deliver her final stone. As the brown team currently sitting 2, Carson has an opportunity here to deliver one to make it a 3-point end for the brown team and cut it down to a 9-4 game. Carson delivering, working left to right. Let's see if it'll come back. It's tough for the Stones out there to start working their way back. 2 sweepers on it. They want the weight. They want to make sure it doesn't get hung up too much. It's starting to move, though. It has to come back a long way. It's slowed down a ton out there in the frost. 3 sweepers on it. Can they bring it in? Wow, that moved a ton with how far out there it was. Didn't quite get deep enough to where they wanted it. That's going to be 2 for the brown team, and that's going to make it a 9-3 game. As we're going to jump back over to sheet A, where Kristen Conrad and the green team currently sitting 1 after Conrad got a guard there at the top of just outside the house, covering it up. As we're going to see Carol Collins getting ready to throw the final stone here for the yellow team, throwing the red rocks. Collins might have a gap there where she can get down and touch that yellow stone. So she wants to catch that yellow stone. Pretty close to square. Because if she can keep her shooter and not lose it, that's going to be a great shot that's going to score 2 for the yellow team. If they score 2 here, they're up 1 heading into the 8th end. They're up 1 heading into the 8th end. A 2-point end would be big, but they need to catch that yellow rock. They can't lose their shooter, and they need to push that yellow rock all the way out of the house. It's a tricky shot, but it is a makeable shot. She has a gap there between those Yellowstones on the right and that Yellowstone on the left, firmly ensconced between the center and the left. So let's see what Collins delivers here. Makeable shot. This could be a big turning point in the game that would give the yellow team their first lead of the game. Collins delivers, bringing a lot of weight, trying to work right to left, needs it to move. It looks like it's moved off those Yellowstones on the right side. Good shot by Collins. It's going to catch it. Is it going to roll out? It is not. Great shot by Collins to keep the shooter. That puts the yellow team up 7-6. 7-6 after a 2-point end for the yellow team. Great shot coming back down. I'm miscounting. Sorry, my apologies, folks. 6-5 after a 2-point 7th end. There's a lot of numbers on that scoreboard, and they're all right around each other. So, 6-5 lead here for the yellow team as we come back down the ice. The green team has hammer in the critical 8th end. This is going to be an exciting conclusion here to the C draw, as we're going to take you out, look at both games real quick. And so, just to recap, everybody, on sheet A, we have the green team and the yellow team going head to head. The yellow team throwing the red rocks and the green team throwing the yellow rocks in our C draw event. We currently have the yellow team up 6-5 and sitting 1 here in the 8th end, putting them in the lead here. They just need to hold on or score 1. Kristen Conrad and the green team need to score 2 to win or 1 to force skipstone. It's going to be an exciting conclusion over here on sheet A. And on sheet D, we have the brown team and skip Kathy Carson taking on the orange team and skip Casey Den Hardig. Carson and the brown team took 2 in the 7th, cut it down to 9-3. And Brown currently sitting 1 here in the 8th end as they come back down the ice. So 4th stone on the way for the brown team. So we got an exciting conclusion here to the Women's All-American Bonspiel here, sponsored by the United States Women's Curling Association. This is an event happening all over the country right now. Curling clubs all over having these all-women Bonspiels. Great event, exciting to see. And glad all of you in the chat are tuning in. Glad all of y'all in the chat are contributing your thoughts and opinions, making this an exciting viewing experience for everybody involved. So, over on sheet A, currently sitting 1, it looks like, is the yellow team throwing the red rocks, while the green team trying to get back into this. They're currently down 1. On sheet D, Kathy Carson and the brown team trailing 9-3 with 1 point on the board here. So we're going to focus in on sheet D for a little bit here. Casey Den Hardig calling a takeout here. She wants to clear that brown team stone out and put her team in a position where their stone at the back of the house doesn't look like it's touching, but the angle from the camera might not be straight down. No, it is. It doesn't look like it's touching from all the camera's angles that we can see. Good shot there. Gonna tick the guard, but it might not be. Ooh, just moved a little bit too much there after it ticked the guard, and that missed. But it did open things up. Kathy Carson talking it over with the team, wants to put a guard back there at the top of the 12-footers. We're going to jump over to sheet A and check in what we have happening over there. We got a 6-5 game as the yellow team just hit their guard, and that looks like it took both stones out of play from the look of things, as that leaves Kristen Conrad and the green team with an opportunity here to bring a stone down and guard up their stone at the back of the house. Currently, it looks like it's 1 for the yellow team throwing the red rocks. So the green team is throwing the yellow rocks, and the yellow team is throwing the red rocks. Little tough to keep straight here, but good shot by the green team, working left to right. Trying to set in a position to protect their stone at the back of the forefoot. Gonna tap their stone back a little bit, but that's gonna sit them as shot rock, but they have no covering right now. So the yellow team has a chance to just come down and hit their stone. Let's see what they do here. Skip Carol Collins settling in, talking the line over. Ann Krause settling in, getting ready to throw her second stone. As over on sheet D, Sarah Bush delivering her first stone, as that's going to clear that scoring stone out from the brown team scoring stone out, as that leaves us with an empty house, currently a blank end over on sheet D, as the orange team throwing the yellow rocks score leads 9-3. So Kathy Carson talking it over with her team. Looks like she wants to draw down and get a shot and get a rock down there in behind the guards. So we're going to jump over to sheet A as we get a stone on the way. Looks like Carol Collins wants to clear that green team stone out. Good shot. Just looks like it curled a little bit too much and going to end up a little wider than where she wanted it. It's going to end up on the wide right on the tee line. Wide right, very familiar sound there for anyone who's watching from upstate New York, and some traumatic memories as well, probably. So, green team and Kristen Conrad working, looks like they want to work down right to left here, sit on top of the button, add to the stones in the middle. They want to score 2 to win outright, but they can score 1 and force skip stones. Good throw, working right to left. Good throw by the green team. Going to come over, going to push that yellow team stone out just enough, as that's going to settle right on the button. And now sitting 2 for the green team, but the yellow team talking this over. Looks like they like the shot they have to take out both of them, as we're going to jump over to sheet D as we're on to skip stones here on sheet D. As the orange team currently sitting 1 as Kathy Carson gets ready to throw the first of her 2 skip stones. You can see that yellow stone right there on the forefoot. Currently sitting 1. Kathy Carson getting ready to throw, trying to come down, cut this down a little bit, make the lead a little less here in the 8th end, as we're going to show you sheet A and D here so we can talk about both. We have some exciting action on both sheets, so we want to take a look at both of them. We want to stay with both of them here. Kathy Carson getting ready. Kathy Carson getting ready to deliver her shot here. Trying to come in. Jessica Captain has an opportunity for a double here on sheet A. If she can clear that out, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the green team. This Captain coming down the center line. Good throw by Jessica Captain. Looks online that she can get both of them. Good shot coming down the left-hand side of your screen. She's going to get both of them. Great shot by Jessica Captain to get both the yellow stones off there, leaving the yellow team sitting 3. And on sheet D, Kathy Carson, good shot, good curl, good movement, but just curled a little bit too far and settled on top of the orange team stone, as Casey Denhardig getting ready, going to throw a draw down here, as well as we see Terry Meadows settling in for the green team on sheet A. So Kathy delivering down sheet, or Terry delivering on sheet A. Good throw by Meadows. just staying to the left of that center line, and she's going to get one and sit right behind. Great shot by Meadows. Almost got both, but settled nicely behind as Captain and Collins are talking about it. Casey Denhardig, you can see on the right side of your screen, delivering her second to last stone. Pardon me. As that's coming down, good sweep by both the sweepers. They want to try to settle that in, set up in a position where it's shot or either protecting, as it's going to keep coming down, going to settle a little higher, protecting the shot stone a bit. Good shot by Denhardig as Kathy Carson talking it over with her vice. Carson settling into the hack, getting ready. Carson settling into the hack here, getting ready. Is over on sheet A. We have Captain settling in as well. Carson wants to try to draw down behind those Yellowstones, and Carson wants to come down the center. Good throw by Captain. Good throw by Captain, as that's going to clear that green stone, that green team stone out of there, and leave the yellow team throwing the red rock sitting 2. Carson with her final stone of the day, working down, ticks a little bit more than I think she was hoping it was going to, but still settles in as shot rock. The brown team and Kathy Carson currently sitting 1 against the orange team. Casey Denhardig talking over what she wants to do with Sarah Bush for their final stone. As Terry Meadows delivers her second and final stone on sheet A. You see that coming, you see that on the left-hand side of your screen. Good throw by Meadows as Conrad comes out to help sweep it. 2 sweepers on it now. 2 sweepers on it. They're both on it. They're sweeping hard. They want to try to hold the line. It looks like it's going to curl a bit too much, though. And we'll see if it sticks around as it's swept out the back of the house by Collins. Over on sheet D, Casey Denhardig getting ready to deliver the final stone of this match. Looks like she wants to come down and hit that stone that Kathy Carson just threw. Denhardig bringing all the heat, plenty of gas on that one. Good throw by Denhardig. She is going to hit it and roll it out, as that's going to be 2 for the orange team, as that's going to be all and that's going to be all over on sheet D, as the orange team takes down the brown team 11-3, as we've got 1 game left now, folks. 1 match, our C event final going on sheet A between the green team and skip Kristen Conrad and the yellow team and skip Carol Collins. The yellow team throwing the red stones, and the green team, the yellow team throwing the red stones, and the green team throwing the yellow stones as Carol Collins settles in. She and the yellow team are currently sitting 2, putting them in a very nice position there. They're up 1 here in the final end. Good throw by Collins. She's trying to work left to right, trying to come down, just pile more stones in. This one looks like it caught a fast lane though, and it's going to carry out the back of the house. It's skip Kristen Conrad's first shot now, as she wants to come down and sit. She wants to come down and sit on top of the shot stone right now. The yellow team currently leads 6-5 here in the 8th end, as Conrad sliding back down the ice, getting ready to throw. Currently trailing 1, has an opportunity here if she can take 2 to win outright. If she can score 1 with hammer, she can end up with, if she takes 1 here with hammer, she can force skip stones. So Conrad getting settled, taking stock of the line. Terry Meadows holding the line for her. They want to work from the left side to the right side and just stop right on top of that red in the center of the house. So Conrad on the way, working left to right on your screen. Stone is on the way, 2 sweepers on. They can't have it move too much because they want to settle on right on top of it. They don't want to move off the top of it as you see it come into view at the top of your screen there. Good throw by Conrad. Looks like it's going to move just a little bit too much though. But that's going to be an open shot, and although that's open, that's going to leave the green team with a chance with sitting second. So that leaves the yellow team with a choice here as Carol Collins and Jessica Captain look like they want to draw down and just out count right now. So tricky line there that's been elusive all day. Lots of curling has been played this weekend. Lots of rocks have come down that line. There's been lots of weird movement happening that's made it tricky for the women here. We'll see. Carol Collins looking to go left to right. Looks like she wants to try to settle on top of her shot stone and leave them in a position to score at least one and hold on for victory. So Carol Collins settling in, slides out of the hack. Good throw by Collins, working left to right. Can it get across? Can it slow down? Ooh, might have moved a little bit too much. As let's see, Kristen Conrad has options now. She has a potential double. The warm room is abuzz with all of the energy here for this event. We have a 1-point game here coming down to the final stone. Kristen Conrad talking it over with Terry Meadows. She's trying to see, it looks like what she wants to do is she wants to catch the inside of that stone on the right side and run it into the stone at the back of the forefoot. So let's see what Conrad does right here. She has options. She can set it right there for 1 and 4 skip stones, or she can, if she can push both of those red stones back far enough, she does have that yellow stone up at the top, just above the forefoot there on the right side of your screen. She's trying to figure out what the exact angle she needs to catch all of these at is to ensure the win and keep her team out of skip stones. Competitive game here coming down to the final stone. This is curling drama and excitement, ladies and gentlemen. Conrad talking it over with her sweepers. Meadows is setting a line there on the left side of the forefoot. This is all going to depend what kind of weight she comes out with. Conrad has lots of options here coming down the ice. If she brings a bit more weight, she can get both of those out and try to win it here, or she can just try to take that Yellowstone square at the back, and that would be 1. Plenty of options here for Conrad as she settles into the hack, cleans the bottom of her stone, and settles in. Last game here of the All-American, All-Women's Bonspiel here at the Charlotte Curling Club in our C event final. Kristen Conrad sliding out. Stone on the way. 2 sweepers on it. Let's see, what's it going to catch? It looks like it's moving. Is it going to catch it on the inside? It looks like it's going to catch hers just a little high. And that's going to be 2 for red. And that means the yellow team is going to win 8-5 over to the green team. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the All-American Bonspiel here at the Charlotte Curling Club. Have a great rest of your Sunday.